Three. Welcome back to episode 12.5. We're talking about the sun bar. And see, Alex had got a little frog in his throat, and I wanted you guys to hear that and wanted you to hear my perspective on stuff. Shit is going to happen. There's only two things you can do with shit, basically. You can flush it down the toilet, or you can use it as fertilizer. Make manure out of it and fertilize shit with. Fertilize shit with shit. When we did this shirt, or the quilt, I realized that this particular shirt, this screen was crooked. Look at that. I love it. It's got a stain on it. It's beautiful. And so this is a great shirt. Anyway, the sun bar, my whole goal with this tan, I never worked retail in my life, so I owned this place called Fantastic. But I decided my goal wasn't to tan people or even to make money. It was to help them relax. And I wanted to get them to smile one time. And we had Fantastic. It was a little hair salon counter in the front. And I was working retail for the first time in my life, and the first time with women in my life. I realized at that point that I've been farting at will my entire life. When you have a salon and the smell is so important, you just can't rip one because you never know when somebody's gonna walk in. So for the first couple of weeks at Fantastic, I was in massive pain, doubled over. I had to take Gas X just to relieve the gas. But I'm telling you, at camp, when I was the owner of camp, I would take the PA. Here's the microphone that Jacob got me. Look at that, to represent my radio career. But I would take the microphone and put it down by my tush. Just turn the PA on and just go all through the North Woods. And then camp counselors and the kids that didn't know what was going on would say, "What was that?" And they went, "Ah, that's just Glenn farting." And I came from all boys. I got two brothers, all the boys in my family, and like boys camp. You don't realize how good it is just to be able to fart freely. So I'm now working with mostly women, and my goal, whether they be women or men, was to get them to smile one time. Because I knew if they smiled, endorphins were released, they would feel better about their experience, they were likely to come back, and I was trying to be a blessing at the tanning joint. I keep hitting my microphone here. I'm gonna move that a little bit. I just wanted to be a blessing even at the tanning place. So one day this woman came in named Michelle, and this is what I heard myself say. "Hello, Michelle. Welcome to Fantastic. Sun bar, serving sunshine." And she was like, "Oh, Glenn, you're so funny." I said, "All right, bedroom 3, go ahead." Big smile on her face. And I was like, sun bar, that's really a good name. Branding, so important, you guys. And so I went on the Florida Business Registry. Think about this. There wasn't one business named Sunbar in the entire state of Florida, in the Sunshine State. So I immediately just grabbed that up, $50 Sunbar. And then we started transitioning and started calling ourselves Fantastic Sunbar. And then I went to Camp Menominee. I'm gonna go over here to this t-shirt. We'll talk about Fantasy Camp later, but this is Fantasy Camp, our alumni camp that we started almost 40 years ago. And it was initially a reunion. But now I'm at Fantasy Camp. I don't own the camp anymore, but everybody heard that the former owner of the camp had bought a tanning joint in Tampa. So Bob Sachs, who was a counselor of mine and then a client of mine, gives me a hug in right field of the Bob Bender Senior Diamond that I named after Bob Bender, a director of ours. And here's what Bob Sachs says to me. "Why the hell would anybody in Florida go to a tanning saloon?" But he meant to say salon, but he said saloon. I was like, Eureka, that's it. The Sunbar Tanning Saloon. And then our slogan was serving sunshine 7 days a week. And our theme was prepare to relax. We took this thing, you guys, people would come up to the Sunbar, not even just a tan. It was a destination. We increased our gross revenue in 18 months by 400%. Why? Because it was organized, but with a purpose. And we rolled out the red carpet for our clients. Now, I'm a great communicator, marketer, salesperson, not so much on the business side. So we were just crushing it, but we needed to have the practicality of business take over. And so here came Dawn and eventually Judah, the son of, or the number 3 son and the father of Caroline and Connor, our granddaughter and grandson from the JCCC. We have Judah. Hannah named that. Judah, Candace's wife, Connor, and Caroline, the JCCC. They took it over and took over the inventory, and Judah learned how to fix all the machines. And When we were started, there were a few tanning places in our general area in Brandon. And then there were 35 overnight. And it was rough. And then this thing called the Obamacare came on. And the first thing, a month after Obamacare was passed, it was the tan tax. The tan tax was supposed to be a tax on cosmetic surgery, on elective surgery. But of course, all the doctors and the patients of that got together and they lobbied Congress and they changed it from a tax on cosmetic surgery, on facelifts and boob jobs and stuff, to a 10% tan on tax on tanning. 7,000 tanning salons went out of business the first year, and we just hung in there. And now we're one of the only tanning places in the greater Brandon, Florida area. The Sunbar Tanning Saloon, organized fun with a purpose, prepare to relax, manage stress, live longer, live happier. Give me a buzz, 813-363-9545. Oh, by the way, Dawn Klein's Real Pros, proven real estate professional. They've got their offices. Judah's a real estate agent. Dawn's got a real estate brokerage. I wonder who branded them the Real Pros. More on that later. Klein.coach. Love you people.